Well, joining me for this very special interview is Ritu Merosa from Booking.com. And it's an exciting time to interview her today because we're bang in the middle of the festive period. We're seeing a lot of people traveling, booking hotels, and I'm sure she's been having a very busy time at Booking.com as well. So tell us a little bit about the demand frenzy and what kind of trends are you seeing shaping up?
Sure, Priya. So, first of all, I think after Q2, where we saw a surge in COVID cases, so after this, now we're seeing a cheer within the travelers, and I think with Diwali and Christmas, New Year's coming just around the corner. And good thing is that we always propagate safe travel for our travelers, and I think India has done a fabulous job when it comes to vaccinations and in terms of also having the third wave not in sight right now. So I think safety was at the forefront. So given that in the background, I think travel has picked up in a great because I think people were really cooped up in their homes and now they're finding ways to go out, meet friends, family, explore unique destinations and so on. So some of the, within India, if I was to look at, still, closer to home destinations continue to do well. So if I look at Delhi area, Udaipur, Manali, Jaipur are destinations that have been doing well. Similarly, around, if I look at Bangalore, so, some of the religious destinations are doing well as well, like Hampi, where people are going, making these trips. So I think that piece continues. In the last month and a half, we've also seen people are okay to travel outside. Obviously, the proportion is nowhere close to what it was for us. But even, we see the constant increase in that. And there we are seeing that number one, because other than the festive season, this is also the cricket season. And as you can see that there was IPL and now there's ICC T20 World Cup. And by the way, Booking is the accommodation sponsor for T20 World Cup as well. And that is happening actually in Dubai. So a lot of people from India are traveling to Dubai to have a look at the match, to see the match. And just for people who couldn't go, we actually did converted Grand Hyatt Mumbai into a stadium-like experience for our fans. And other than that, we are seeing Maldives, UK as a destination that people are actually going. And wherever the quarantine norms are slightly relaxed is where we are seeing a lot of travel happening as well.
So, Ritu, over the last couple of months, and we've spoken a couple of times during this period, staycations were a very important part of the overall business. Lots of people are opting for long duration stays. Even vacations were happening because of remote work. So, are you still seeing these trends continuing? How do you see this shaping up?
Absolutely. So staycation has been growing. It has been growing since Q2, and we see that happen now. And there is enough and more demand, which is growing till the end of the year as well. And I think that that is going to continue to grow in times to come because people have learned other ways, right? Just to, if you want to go have a quick vacation, you don't want to drive much, right? Just want to enjoy property, pool, breakfast, etc. So a lot of people are looking for that. And same thing is with vocation as well. I think as long as, and one thing we realized during this time, right, that now that you have to work from home, you could be working from home in your apartment in Delhi, or you could be sitting in Manali, Priya, for that matter. It really doesn't matter. So people have found, that very interesting amalgamation of work and leisure. Let me put it that way. And that's why, we at Booking.com came up with weekly, monthly rates because we could see this trend, very, very fast. And I think that is continuing to continue to stay because also I feel offices are not going to be working as they were working before. We all will be working in some kind of a hybrid model, unless you're required to be at work, which could be in hotels or let's say engineering companies. But a lot of IT companies, bloggers, etc., will find time to work from any location, and I think that's something that will continue to stay. And longer durations have gone multifold on the platform. And also when I look at staycations, no, Priya, um, another very interesting trend that we're seeing is same day reservations. So people just get up and because technology makes it possible, right? So people will also make that choice as long as you show them the right safety protocols, which we do anyway, on our platform. People will be able to see all kinds of safety, sanitization, social distancing norms. As long as people are comfortable, they are making such reservations in very, very short duration as well.
I also want to talk to you a little bit about how tariffs are shaping up, because when you look at the platform, you're seeing some locations where there's high amount of demand. We're seeing a surge in tariffs. So wanted to understand whether going to be seeing this kind of trend continue, where tariffs are going to remain on the higher side, considering that over the last couple of months things have been a little bit muted. Do you think that there's going to be this kind of revenge pricing that's going to take place in the booking space?
I wouldn't call it revenge pricing. I think at the end of the day, it's demand and supply. Just because a lot of people are looking at going for their next vacation, next holiday. And so also the opportunity for the hotel partners to make sure that, and usually we see it's dynamic pricing for the hotel partners, right? So based on the what kind of demand that you see, the prices can get calibrated accordingly. So I think this is a good time, and we will continue to see high ADRs. And when I say ADRs, is average daily rates. And as I said, it's directly proportional to the kind of demand that we see in the market.
Give us a sense in terms of how listings have grown over the last couple of months, and what kind of outlook you have in terms of listings on the platform.
See, we have a very, very meaningful base to begin with, Priya, right? So 880,000 listings by no mean is, we are one of the largest when it comes to supply on the platform. And it's a very diversified supply as well, right? So other than five-star hotels, you will also see alternative accommodation, and we call them, these could be in the form of tree houses, beach homes, villas, holiday homes, right? So it could be any of those, and that itself is another 140 listings on the platform. So together it combines to about south of 1 million, right? So 880 is the total number. So as the demand is picking up, we will continue to increase our supply, also being mindful that ensuring that the current partners get the adequate share of their business. That's also equally important. So I think we've been very mindful for that. But as the demand will pick up, as demand grows, we will continue to improve supply, and also in the destinations where we see. And we have a program where we look at demand, which is driven by destinations driven by demand. And so we have very sophisticated tools to sort of showcase that to us. And that process will continue to happen, to continue to build choice for our users on the platform and the destinations that they want to go.
Final question before I let you go is on the New Year front and December holidays. A lot of people have been booking for the December holidays as well. And considering that things on the COVID front remain good and well within our limits, wanted to understand what kind of trends are you experiencing or seeing when it comes to travel at the end of the year? If you could give us some insight into that.
Sure. So one thing that will continue to stay is people will continue to look at safety sanitization norms. And I think booking makes it possible as well. The other thing is that people will look for value, Priya. And, with COVID, a lot of people, they had impact on their jobs, livelihood. So I think value will continue to be there. And at Booking, we have launched multiple such initiatives. Like we have a concept of flash deal, where every alternate week, 30% discount sort of gets activated onto if you are searching through a mobile platform. Similarly, early booker deals and so on. And plus, as I said, it's also about convenience, and I should be able to cancel last minute, because things are still not, people do want flexibility. So ability to actually cancel your reservation a day before you travel is something that we launched, and we are seeing a lot of takers for that. So I think that value will be a theme that will continue to go. Third, I would say that while there is spike in international travel, we feel that domestic travel will continue to be and will continue to rule, where people can still go around drivable distance, staycation, workations. And there is nothing that binds India better than cricket, as I mentioned before. So I think those kinds of travel will continue to happen to places like Dubai, and and we're very, very excited because we're also the proud sponsors of one of the accommodation partners for that. I think those are the trends that we will continue to see. And we're very excited for the upcoming season as long as people make sure that they're safe. And when they feel safe, they travel. I think that's what we are looking for.
All right. On that note, many thanks for joining us today. Travel is always putting a smile on all of our faces. So we hope it continues like that. Thanks very much for your time. And thank you once again for being a part of the Daily Dispatch.